Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So what the heck is happening with Palantir? So today we shot up 6.38%, which is fantastic. It's very nice to see this when the market was not all that green today. So this was definitely an outstanding performance. So what is in the back of this, and some other random Palantir news, and yeah, some good Palantir analysis as usual on this channel. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not, and let's begin the video. I just want to try out one feature here. Apparently I can draw with this. Doesn't seem to work. Okay, whatever. So what the heck has happened with Palantir? So first of all, they won a $250 million US Army AI research contract, which is for 3 years, and this is obviously a fantastic win. The funny thing about this contract is they sound a lot better than they actually are, because it's not that Palantir is going to make 250 million this year, it's going to make 250 million during the life of the contract, and that is about 8 million per year. And I already did the math for you guys. That is just a bit more than 20 million a quarter. And when you look at the last report of Palantir, so this is the total growth of revenue. It's about a 3.7% growth in the revenue. So the question is, were they thinking that they already get this, or is this something that is going to be over their guidance? But again, 3.7% is not that significant. Where it's a bit more significant is if you look at their total government revenue, which was 302 million, and there this 20 million increase is like more than a 6% increase. So that pretty much guarantees a nice like re-acceleration in their government front. Obviously I saw that on Twitter everybody was going about how this AI imposter company won this contract, and I just think it's so funny. This Bear Cave report, they really hit a nerve with Palantir. With Palantir investors, and it's so funny how everybody's mentioning it. So obviously Palantir, I mean, we all knew this is not an AI imposter. So other Palantir news, this goes so unnoticed. I don't understand why. I made a video about this after AIPCon, that during AIPCon, Palantir said that they're changing their go-to-market strategy, which is huge. I seriously don't get why this doesn't get more attention, because obviously this can result in Palantir becoming much more scalable and getting a lot more customers much faster, right? And the business model that they are trying is this AIP boot camp. And they are saying that they're doing this because they ran out of employees to be able to handle the inflow. And Shyam Sankar actually posted results from the AIPCon, which is very telling, right? At an AIP bootcamp this week, the customer said they did more in one day in AIP than in the last 4 months in a gentleman's reduction. That's like a funny way of saying he doesn't want to name the company. We don't know what that company was. Get after it, Palantir, and then a link where you can sign up. So this basically means it seems to be working if the customers are coming to this, and it's a fantastic filter, because I imagine that Palantir has a lot of failed closes, and they have so many reaches now that they just take all the 100 customers that come, let's say, and then they all do the AIP bootcamp, and then 50 says, no, this is not for us, and then they have like 50 that is a guaranteed close almost, and then the salespeople become way more efficient. And again, Palantir potentially becomes way more scalable, and we might see a super acceleration of revenue. So from the stock viewpoint, not from the AI innovation viewpoint, from the stock viewpoint, I feel that this news is going completely unnoticed and doesn't get any attention. And another reason for all the excitement about Palantir is that supposedly tomorrow the NHS contract is going to be assigned. So this contract is not as important as the Palantir community makes it seem like, and I'm going to explain this, but it is a very important contract. So number one is, I don't find why people think that the announcement is tomorrow. The only thing that I have found is that the controversial competition to provide a £500 million platform is set to conclude in September. So I guess tomorrow is one of the last days of September, so people are getting very excited that it's tomorrow. Maybe it's just me who didn't find it, so don't be very disappointed if this contract doesn't come out tomorrow. So I am basically 99.99999% sure that Palantir is getting this contract, because there is just so much telltale signs about this. Ether Square has found full of NHS Palantir links up and running, and then Palantir has been even awarded a contract to transfer over to this new federal data platform that the NHS wants. And why would you pay a company to help you transfer your staff over to a platform that is not going to be that company, and then you just have to retrain everybody? So there's just too much telltale signs there. And the reason why I say that this contract is not as significant as it might seem like is the same reason, just like with the 250 million. So it's not that they're getting 480 million this year. It's 480 million through 7 years, and it's 360 million for 5 years with an option for 2 12 months extensions. That is worth 120 million, and when you add these together you get 480 million. So let's go into the math. So the 360 million pounds is 72 million pounds per year, and I converted that to US dollars and we went back to quarters. So per quarter it is about the 20 to 22 million depending on the currency exchange rate. I'm just going to double check this number for you. 72.87. Yeah, exactly. It's a 21 million US dollar per quarter. And what does that number remind you of? That's right. That's almost exactly the same as this 250 million contract. So the effect would be the same. It would be on the total revenue about a 4% increase. So these two contracts would be an 8% increase, which if they didn't count with, it's a nice reacceleration and surprise. However, I cannot see how they wouldn't have thought with the NHS deal, because pretty much everybody, including your grandmother, is thinking that Palantir is getting that contract now. And on the government revenue growth, again, it's like a 6 to 7%, 7 to 8% increase, which is very nice there. So probably we're going to see a government re-acceleration. So revenue-wise, it's not like, oh my God, they get this quarter and the stock goes to the moon. However, prestige-wise, I believe this is a very, very important contract, because the UK is a 60 million nation, is a very developed country, and a lot of countries look up to the UK. And if Palantir can go to other countries then and say, let us, help you handle your healthcare problems. We have already done it in the UK and look what happened to them. It gives a lot of trust, and it makes it much easier for them to be able to do this in other countries and with other hospitals. And they seem to have been killing it actually in the healthcare space. Even Cart mentioned that they are in a significant percentage of all US hospitals now, so they are really, really killing it in the healthcare space. And this contract is just going to accelerate that and just give more proof of concept that they know what they're doing. So this was my Palantir news for the day. Lots of interesting things are happening with this company. So yeah, as you know, my average price on Palantir is 8 point something, and I just keep holding my shares. It doesn't matter what happened, and I'm a very happy shareholder, and I really like which direction this company is going to. But the NHS contract is not, it's not as significant as the Palantir community makes it out to be. But anyways, it would be very good news to get it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. And you can speak to me on Twitter if you want to. Vince is Bullish is my is my handle, same as the YouTube channel, so come and say hi to me there, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.